Okay, so let's get started. So today we're gonna continue with our for nested for or for example class. So guys, if you see this, that this is a new program that we are creating. So in the previous video we did created some similar pattern pyramids, but today we were thinking like let's try and understand how we play with the dynamic numbers, right? Or maybe a string which is non-consistent in nature. So uh, so there are two things now. If you guys really want to try this, pause the video, take the question, and go ahead and try, and then come back and check, or just see how it is working, and you can just try with some different string from as per your need. So, question is like write a program to take a string from the user, that means runtime, and print it in an example format. Okay, and for example, if I'm taking a string as my string, then output should be something like this. Okay, so now guys, this is a video on for loop. If you want to understand the concept of for loop, there is another video which is being pasted in the description of the video. Please go ahead and see that and other related topics to the Python in case you want to understand more. So this is a practice, more of a practice class. Okay, so if I say for, I will just say for, I'll take a variable, let's say I in a string. So before that, I need user is asking that I should take string from the runtime. So I will say my str is equals to input, and I will say input is the inbuilt keyword to help you take values from the runtime. So I will say please enter enter a string of your choice. Okay, so now if I print here, I will say print my str, and then let me just first comment and see whether this is working. So I will okay, so my string is input that I will give. If I run, it will print the message my string. Okay, now what exactly I have to do is I have to create a pyramid of something of this sort. That means first character will be m, then first and second, first second third, first second third fourth, till the length of the string. Okay, so now that's what we can do. So for loop works perfectly for the string as like it works for the uh, uh, list, right? So if you just write my str here and simply print I, so you will see that uh, the whole characters are being printed. But this is something that we do not need. We need that at every line, my one character gets added from on the previous section, on the previous output, and the pattern keeps on printing. Right. So first thing first, let's first understand what is the expectation from the question. Right. So uh, expectation is that we just have to take one character, add it to the previous output, and keep on printing the string. So what I will do here is I will take the help of nested loop. So I will take for j in what. So what I will do before this, I will take a counter or maybe a string. Say I'll say cn1 string type, and here I will I will attach cn1 is equals to cn1 I. So I'm just trying to concatenate the character I at the initial of every for loop. Okay, and now as I just came in, I want to loop into that value that is also a string. And inside this string, I want to take another variable cn2 is equals to the variable, and I want to see concatenate cn2 equals to cn2 plus j, and then I want to print cn2 after every loop of external goes on, and then I will print, let's say I'm printing my string. Okay, so you'll see that I'll explain the output once again, but there is one mistake that I see, that these characters are not getting printed as is being expected, because this cn2 guy is something which needs redeclaration. So if I will just redeclare it, not before printing, but after printing, I think I might get what I need. So if I write my string, okay, now this time it did not uh, it did not ideally. Okay, so what I will do here is uh, cn2. So okay, okay, so I think this is also not giving the correct output. So now let's try to understand what exactly is happening. The cn1 is holding all the value in the first loop. So if I just try uh, first, this can be the reason, because I want to um, this is an initialization that I want to. I was just using the wrong spelling. So I think yep, I got it right. So now this, if I remove this print, then I will simply ask, I'll say please enter, and then I will run. You will see that this is being printed likewise. Okay, now let's understand. So let's understand what exactly, uh, how exactly is this running. So first, see, I have taken two variables, cn1 and cn2. Okay, so they are like kind of a dumper for me. And in the loop, what I'm doing is, in the outer loop, I'm trying to loop every character one at a time. So for example, for m, then I am saying Y, then I am saying S, then I am saying T, then I am saying R, then say I, then N, G. For example, in case I am taking my string as an input, this Cn1 is doing nothing, it's just trying to concatenate. So Cn1 is equal to Cn1 plus I. So I will just first it will take M, in the next iteration it will take My, in the next iteration it will take mys, in the next iteration it will take myst, and so on. So this cn1 becomes the iterator condition for the internal loop. So because cn, it is dependent on cn1, so for first time it will run for the first time one time, then it will run for two times, then three times, and four times. That means depending on the number of characters in this cn1. And inside this loop, into every iteration, I am taking another dumper variable and I am just trying to loop every character and concatenate it again and again. Okay, and then I'm trying to print that outside the scope of this loop. So as soon as this gets over, I will just simply, for in first iteration I will print m, then I will print my, mys, myst, and the way that like you see in the bottom here. And before we just go to the next iteration, I have to firstly empty the dumper, otherwise it will create a confusion. For example, if I'm not dumping this, you will see that the older dump is also available. See, initially it was having m, so m is already there, then mm by m by s is already there. So this is something that we don't want, and this is something that we do not want. So that's something, that is why we need this dumper, so which will kind of empty it before we start reusing it. So cn2 is something which is helping us in printing it, right? So guys, I have created another video in the previous one in which I help you learn how to dry debug a string. So I would request that you can just use that way, the way that I am trying to do it here, to try debug this program. Because see, this printing is something which is not that tough. Problem is like how exactly is this initialization is happening, and how exactly you would be able to use it in the next challenges that you might have in terms of programming, right? So I hope I was able to make some sense here. If you guys have any problem with respect to content understanding and all, just let me know. Or maybe you, if you have any other pattern that you want me to help you with, just write that into the comment section. I'll be happy to help. And yes, thank you so much for watching this video. And in case if you have not subscribed, request you to please subscribe, because I'll keep on posting similar interesting videos. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Bye bye.